Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips MLB preview for today, the 23rd of June. Solid day last night. Would have liked one more run in the first for Cleveland, but you know, we won't be greedy. Quite a few plays today, considering there's not many games, so I'm going to dive straight in. I'm going to start with Atlanta against the New York Mets. Matt Whistler will pitch for Atlanta tonight. Excellent record against New York. He's gone 3-1 with a 1.55 ERA in 4 starts. He has been struggling a little bit lately, but the Mets bats have been awful. Their best hitter in Yoenis Cespedes now looks likely to add to their injury list today. It does take a little bit of trust in the Atlanta bats, as they do remain the lowest scoring offense in the league. But they did tag Matt Harvey, today's starter for the Mets, for 4 runs last week in a victory, and he will oppose again today, as I say. Harvey does have a solid record in Atlanta, going 2-1 with a 2.89 ERA at Turner Field, but he is not close to effective as this year as he has been in recent seasons. The Braves are worth a small play in this one. The Chicago White Sox going to Boston today to finish their series off with Game 4. Happy James Shields Day. Okay, Shields is on the hill today, formerly known as Big Game James from his days in Tampa Bay and Kansas City. Shields has now become more like Big Inning James. His best start since being traded from San Diego to Chicago was against the Detroit Tigers. He lasted 5 innings that day and allowed 6 earned runs. This pitcher, who led all of baseball in home runs allowed last year, despite pitching in Petco Park, which is a mammoth pitcher's ballpark, has joined the White Sox. He now resides in hitter-friendly US Cellular Field. To make matters worse, after allowing at least 6 runs every time on the hill for Chicago, and 10 if you go back to his last start with San Diego as well, for going back 4 starts in total, he will now face the formidable Red Sox offense at Fenway. Fenway's a friendly park for left-handed hitters who have caused Shields huge problems this year. David Ortiz and Jackie Bradley Jr. both ranked top 7 in baseball in weighted on-base average against a right-handed pitcher. The Boston Red Sox overall are the best lineup at hitting right-handed pitching in baseball. It looks like Shields has got another hard time this afternoon in Beantown. Rick Porcello will oppose for the Boston Red Sox. He's seen a lot of Chicago down the years from his time with the Detroit Tigers, has a 10-8 record with a 4.09 ERA. Those are far from fantastic numbers, but the White Sox are not consistently plating runs despite scoring 8 times last night. Porcello is unbeaten at Fenway this year, 6-0 in 6 starts, and shouldn't really need to do all that much in opposition of Shields unless Shields can produce a performance that hasn't looked anywhere near a reality so far since the trade. So what we'll do is we will play Boston minus 2.5 to beat the Chicago White Sox, and we'll play Boston minus 5.5 to beat the Chicago White Sox. I'm also going to buy Boston's first inning performance at 13 for 1 unit, because Shields has been giving up hits from the very beginning of the game, and the top of that Boston lineup is superb with Betts, Pedroia, Bogarts, Ortiz, and then probably Jackie Bradley in the 5-hole. I think there's certainly potential for runs to go on the board early in this game. The next game I want to look at is the San Diego Padres against the Cincinnati Reds. Now, this game is under threat of the weather. If the rain does stay away, the forecast winds are blowing out today at Great American Ballpark. San Diego are actually really good against left-handed pitching, and in an all-lefty matchup today, they could do some damage to John Lamb, who will pitch for the Reds. Particularly Matt Kemp, Will Myers and Melvin Upton. Lamb has allowed 5 home runs in 5 appearances at Great American Ballpark, and the Padres do have some pop in the lineup with those players. The over I'll play at 9.5. Something as a cover, as Christian Friedrich, who will pitch for San Diego today, has pitched somewhat above my expectations and well ahead of his career numbers until his last time on the hill when he allowed 6 against Washington. Since he do also boast some power, especially outfielder Adam Duvall, who's got 20 home runs this year, so that will cover the bets on San Diego to win the game and San Diego on the run line as well, should Friedrich's struggles continue into this start. The final game I'm going to look at is Pittsburgh and the San Francisco Giants. John Neese will pitch tonight for Pittsburgh. He's by no means a good pitcher, but he does show flashes of ability on occasions. If we excuse starts against St. Louis, who always hit him hard, and the Chicago Cubs, whose offense is obviously outstanding, then he has been generally very good at home. San Francisco do have some injured hitters in their lineup, and they look to be sending out a very left-handed lineup today, which will suit Neese, who is generally better against lefties, and it is a nice park in Pittsburgh for the pitcher. Albert Suarez will pitch for San Francisco. He's been excellent in relief, but his ERA jumps up to over 4 when starting. Pittsburgh Pittsburgh have a couple of hitters that excel against righties in Gregory Polanco and Starling Marte. Marte hopefully will return after injury today. If, as hoped, Nice can be effective against the lefty-heavy lineup that the Giants are forced to send out there due to injuries, I would hope that Pittsburgh can win this game. I certainly think it's more than the coin flip that it's currently priced up at. There are a couple of games that I'm looking at with home run match winner doubles as well. Keep an eye on the Twitter account just in case I play any of those. It's probably going to be in the San Diego game, to be honest. So, Paddy haven't got them up at the moment. Those are the plays I've got for you today. Onwards and upwards. Best of luck if you're having a play. Play ball.